Yildiz, Adam Wharton and Wharton Zaire Emery, all players that could potentially join Arsenal in the future. These are players that are linked with transfer moves to Arsenal, with scouts being sent left, right and centre. People, this is the RASenal Transfer Centre. Before we get into this video, make sure you subscribe to the RASenal Transfer Centre, to RASenal TV. Correct me if I'm wrong, because we are on the way to 1,000 subscribers, and smash a like on the video, as this video has a 10 like target. So let's get that started. People, as I said, these three players, big players, Wharton Zaire Emery, Yildiz and Adam Wharton, youngsters as of right now, but are destined to potentially have big futures. And all Arsenal want to be doing right now, if we're not adding starters, we need to be looking towards the future, and we are looking towards the future with these players alone. So let's get into the RASenal Transfer Centre and see who else Arsenal could be linked to. Yes, people them, I am your host Dini, and welcome back to the RASenal Transfer Centre. So, Wharton Zaire Emery, what are the links currently around the talented French midfielder that is Wharton Zaire Emery? Now, even though he was a part of PSG's treble-winning team, and I don't know, yeah, he was part of PSG's treble-winning team and everything else, he's been highly sought after, he's been highly praised as well, but he has struggled to secure a place in that PSG team for the last 12 months. We know they got a host of midfielders, Vitinha, João Neves and everything else, everyone else like that. So breaking into that midfield alone, PSG's midfield alone, for someone that is 19 years old, even though he's seen as a great talent, is going to be difficult. And it makes sense that there will be links around his potential departure from PSG, as this is someone that wants to be playing football. Now, as of Court of Side, the reports from Court of Side that Arsenal have been tipped to make a bid for the midfielder Wharton Zaire Emery. He is also a target for Manchester City as well, but his valuation is currently around 80 million euros, which would make a potential transfer for Wharton Zaire Emery around 73 million pounds or so. But before I even get into whether I think this transfer will happen or not, let's just have a little backstory on Wharton Zaire Emery. As I said, he's primarily a central midfielder. He can also play as a defensive midfielder and box-to-box as well. Someone that has been compared to, I'm not saying that he is, so don't shoot the messenger, but he is being compared to the likes of N'Golo Kante for his ball winning, Patrick Vieira for just being a destroyer as well. He's also being compared to the likes of Michael Essien and Paul Pogba. I'm not saying he is all those players fused into one, because I've hardly seen the man play. But even when he was 17 and breaking onto the scene, I remember hearing the name Wharton Zaire Emery. Forget the name Warren. I know this is his first name, but it was Zaire Emery. And this was around when Unai Emery was at Arsenal. This is around the first time I've even heard about Wharton Zaire Emery. That was a few more years ago. So that's when he was younger, and I heard that this player was on the scene, but he's now starting to develop into a very good player that wants to be playing football. He holds PSG's youngest player to debut. He's the youngest goal scorer and the youngest player to start a UEFA Champions League game as a PSG player. At 17, he became the third youngest debutant and second youngest goal scorer for the French national team, scoring on his debut against Gibraltar. In 2004, he received the League One Player of the Year award and was included in the Team of the Year. As I said, he was included in the team that won the domestic treble for PSG, and he is the youngest captain for the French under-21s team, the youngest captain for the French under-21s team in 30 years. This man comes with high praise. Where will he fit in at Arsenal? Well, obviously, Arsenal have a plethora of central midfielders right now that can do that job. And we are always looking for someone. I think Zaire Emery would most likely be deployed in that 8 role where Rice is playing right now. And this probably is just going to add to the depth of the squad and the depth of talent that we want in the squad as well. If we were to sign someone like Zaire Emery, if Arsenal do this signing though, I don't think we sign him for the price that's being quoted at the moment. It's too high. PSG do think highly of Wharton Zaire Emery, so that makes sense. But for someone that's not playing football and that wants to play, potentially try and get into the World Cup squad, maybe going on a loan somewhere could do him some good. But will he sign for Arsenal? this January. I don't think so. This could be one for next summer. We will just see how this develops. But that is Wharton Zaire Emery of PSG. Make sure you subscribe to RASenal TV and smash that like button, people. Next up is Adam Wharton. Now, Adam Wharton, we know that Adam Wharton is sought after by, he was sought after by Liverpool, wanted by Manchester United. Apparently he was on Real Madrid's radar. He's also on Manchester City's radar, Chelsea's radar, and now apparently he's now on Arsenal's radar as well. This comes from the Mail Sport. Now, there are a lot of teams monitoring him with Adam Wharton, but we know that Crystal Palace are going to want a ransom for this player. This player is elegant on the ball. His decision making is brilliant. He's technically brilliant. He made his he got called up for the England squad for the first time last season. Correct me if I'm wrong, or was it the season before? He's steadily grown under Crystal Palace, under Oliver Glasner, to be this brilliant attacking midfielder that is actually sought after by, pardon me, the biggest clubs in the world. Do I think Arsenal will sign him? Not for the price that Crystal Palace want. Crystal Palace want at least, what, 150 something million for the likes of Adam Wharton. He's 22 years old. I could be wrong. I think he's younger than that. I think he's a bit younger than that. But he's a brilliant player. He's absolutely a brilliant player. And this could be someone that, unless Crystal Palace change and they become this dominant team in the Premier League, he's most likely going to leave Crystal Palace. It just depends where. Now, who's got the money to sign a player like that? I'm not saying Arsenal don't have money to like splash down on like a 70 million on Wharton Zaire Emery or 100 and something plus million on an Adam Wharton. Will they do it? Is the question. We've seen them do it, but I feel like Arsenal are going to be a bit more cautious, especially with Andre Alberto, who's great at getting deals as well. I feel like Arsenal are going to see how this one plays out, because whether it's Wharton Zaire Emery, Keenan Yildiz, Wharton, or even with the likes, even though Vinicius Jr. has been linked to Arsenal, I don't think he will sign for Arsenal. But my point is, when you're linked to very good, talented young players or great players, Arsenal should always be in that conversation. Whether they're going to sign them or not, we should be in that conversation, because we are a big club. And if we are aspiring to be the best team, most dominant team in the world, you need the best, most dominant players in the world. Correct, right? Even the ones that are coming up. And Adam Wharton is definitely one of those players. 21, he's 21, not 22. So he's still absolutely young. But the technical ability, the work rate, the tenacity on the ball, all these things, and he's a hard worker as well. He's always going to like be on the end of making a mistake because of his creativity and because he wants to try continuously progress the ball. But most creative players, or the ones that do take risks, are the ones that don't always have the best pass completion rate or anything else like that, or dribbles one or everything else because they're trying to do something. But they are the same players that consistently 9 times out of 10 it will come off, because they're used to playing that type of way. And he was a part of Crystal Palace's FA Cup winning team, Community Shield winning team. He's done a lot. He's done a lot for Crystal Palace. And would I be happy if someone, Adam Wharton turned up at Arsenal? Absolutely. Absolutely, I would be. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? If you wouldn't be, let me know in the comments below. Someone else that also could turn up at Arsenal is Keenan Yildiz of Juventus. We've spoken about him already on the RASenal Transfer Center last week, but a report came out yesterday from Radio Web. This is a journalist in Italy, that Arsenal have proposed or made an offer of 43.3 million euros plus Gabriel Jesus for Keenan Yildiz of Juventus. Now, how true this is, I don't know. But Arsenal have apparently also sent scouts recently over to Juventus to watch Keenan Yildiz play football. This comes from Tutto Sport, again, another publication over there in Italy. How true this is, I don't know, but these rumors surrounding Keenan Yildiz aren't going away. If anything, they're starting to ramp up. They are starting to ramp up, and January could be an interesting time for Keenan Yildiz, especially the summer as well, because Juventus are the ones that are in financial jeopardy right now. They are in financial jeopardy, and selling players is going to help them get out of that. And unfortunately, as we know as Arsenal fans, and we've seen this before, sometimes you're going to have to sell your biggest and best stars to plug the gap, stop the flood type of thing, because they need money. Juventus need peas. We'll give them peas if you give me your star. Simple. It's as simple as that. He's a brilliant winger. He's a brilliant winger. He's a brilliant young winger. Again, another youngster that will come into the squad, players trade at Arsenal, that could come into the squad, players trade at Arsenal, and go on to do great things. So that remains to be seen whether we will get Kenny Yildiz over the line. Also, David Raya, Martin Odegaard, and Bukayo Saka are all discussing new contracts at Arsenal at this moment in time. So over the next few weeks, we could see a potential he signed, pictures, blah, with David Raya, Odegaard, and especially Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is the most important one, and he's next up. And it seems like everything is calm around Bukayo Saka at the moment because, I mean, I reported this on the RASenal Transfer Centre during the summer, and I have to give a big up to Steve K because he broke it time ago that these contracts between Saliba, Gabriel, Wanyeri, Skelly, and Saka had all been verbally agreed already. Now it was just about formalities and getting things tied down and everything else. And I think everything is almost done with Bukayo Saka because apparently this will be tied up around the international break, which is what we're in. So, people, that has been the RASenal Transfer Centre. I hope you've enjoyed this show today. Make sure you subscribe to RASenal TV. We are on the way to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you smash the subscriber button if you're new. Smash a like on the video, pardon me, as we have a like target of 10. And leave your comments in the comment section down below of everything I've talked about today in the RASenal Transfer Centre. And if there are any rumours that I haven't seen that you've seen, let me know. Let's talk about it. What would you like and what would you not like coming into Arsenal? Because it just keeps going. It just keeps on going. Round and round and round until January. We'll be back again next week, Saturday at 9 a.m. with another RASenal Transfer Centre. Keep your eyes locked on RASenal TV, as we have a couple of things coming out this week. Love and guidance, people. I'll see you soon.